I'm Rick.
I'm John.
I'm Jay.
And this is the Mentally Compromised Podcast.
Okay, so, hey, we're back. Episode 3. Crazy. I know, right? 3 episodes. Woo, we're pros now.
Emma's still here, unfortunately.
Emma's joining us again this week.
She's there in the background.
We took away 2 of her squeaky toys, and she found the third one. So, that's too funny. Hopefully we can edit that out, because it sounds like you're chirping over here. Anyway, episode 3. So we kind of talk about a little bit how we're going to name these episodes, and we've come to realize these first couple episodes we have kind of built-in titles. I think we decided on Beyond Compromised on this one.
Yes.
So, and by the end of this episode, I think you will see why we chose to call it that.
You take one away, and they bring another one.
It's just like a kid. So anywho, as always, boys, we'll start with a toast.
Cheers.
Here you go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, nice choice.
You would even like that. You would
I'll have a
like
sip.
that.
Give me a sip.
Want to try it out? You're seeing it on live TV, folks.
It's whiskey.
Honey
See, it doesn't smell that.
bird dog. Oh, wait till you taste it. It's so smooth. Not even super sweet, which is nice.
Ooh, that's actually...
See? That's good
That's
stuff.
probably the best whiskey I've ever had. And
Even better than that peanut butter one you've had before?
Oh. Sometimes.
no, the salted caramel.
That was
I
it.
almost bought that.
That was pretty good too, wasn't it?
Is that...
Yeah. Well, they had bird dog. Yeah, they had salted caramel.
Okay. Yeah, that was good. I remember trying that. That was good.
Yeah. I should have
But
bought
salted,
that.
I don't think I've never seen it in the
They
stores.
had like something watermelon too. They had like 4 or 5
Watermelon
different
whiskey?
flavors. Yeah.
All from Bird Dog? Or just different
Bird Dog.
brands?
Bird dog.
Interesting.
Actually, I'm digging the brand. So thank you. Jay.
Yeah, thanks.
Right.
And look at that. You got something you like. Right? You got a whiskey you like.
We'll see. We'll see. Baby
I
steps.
said in episode 1, someday you're going to become a man.
Baby steps.
That's right. Baby steps to becoming a real drinker. Again, we go off on tangents, kind of what we're all about. So, we talked about making a script, and that's just not original enough, you know?
No.
It's not fluid enough.
Throw around ideas and we just talk them out, you know?
So, John, let's hear about this bachelor party that you went to.
Okay, so I guess I'm going first. I'm okay.
Yeah, I diverted again.
I know. Plus, this is, you guys haven't heard this, and yours, we all know too well.
Well, 2 out of 3 of us know all too well.
Oh yeah, that's actually very good. So my Beyond Compromised tale. Buddy of mine had just an intimate type of bachelor party. There was more of, about, I'd say overall there was 12. We went to Foxwoods, we had dinner, the group of us had a nice time, but then there was about 5 or 6 of us that were staying over that night. So we're trying to figure out where to go, and what is that? It's like, I think it's the Comics. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. I think it's Comics. Bar down there where they sometimes do karaoke. The girls are dancing on the bars. On the actual bar. It's a good time there. So they had a DJ with music, and so the 6 of us went there. We're just drinking, not even thinking about it. Wasn't even thinking about a bill. It was just drink after drink, and it wasn't just, they started out with beers, then it went to whiskey, and anyway, before we know it, one of our guys is gone. We look around the bar, and he was doing the drunk dance at the table, and so you knew that there was something going on. That he might have been over much earlier than me and actually my buddy getting married. But we started looking for him because we don't know where he went. And at the same time, we had to think in our minds, again, very compromised, that we had to get to, there's a bus that brings you to and from the off-site hotels. We had to be there by 1:55 at the latest, because after 2 a.m., there's no. So in the midst of trying to find him, I just decide, again in my state, I don't want to miss the bus, and I just go to the exit. So here I am, just myself.
I don't miss
So
the bus.
yeah, I don't want to miss it is. The mantra goes right in that, just to get the bus. So I get there. It was like, I looked at my watch or phone or something, it said 2:05. And I know we missed the bus. But I remember how to walk back to the hotel, because it's probably, I don't know, 2 miles. So the problem that it's,
Compromise is like 12.
no, it really was pretty close. But in order to get there, you had to walk on the highway. I did not know this. I grabbed my trusty Google Maps app, and I plug in the hotel and the walking, and I started just following it and marching in my head. And again, I'm really drunk at this point. So I start marching out of the casino, just into the big parking lot, as it's telling me, and it gets me on the highway that comes. It's not actually like 395. It's like a 2 or 3 lane highway that's still doing about 50 miles an hour. I'm marching against traffic, so we got the headlights coming towards me. I'm on the side, and I'm still not at a point where thinking I should not be here. I'm following this, and I'm walking, and I'm.
Where are your buddies at this point?
They're back at the hotel. I mean, at the casino, looking for the other guy.
And now you're gone.
Again, then they lost me, because here I am thinking I can march, and it was just crazy. Anyway, so I'm in my head, and I can picture in my head, I'm walking. Then I wake up. I must have tripped, kind of knocked myself out for don't know how long, maybe 10, 15, who the hell knows? Here I am
On the side of the highway.
Side of the highway.
Oh my God.
I get knocked out because I must have tripped and either passed out or and again, I don't know how long I was there. If anybody swerved at the wrong thing, I would have been gone. They would have run over me. It's just to think that I put myself in that position, and the people that know me know I'm not happy with myself for that. But so I get up, dust off myself. I try to get my bearings again. Look for my phone. My wallet had fallen out, so I'm looking for all my stuff. Finally, okay. All right. I said I got to get myself out of this position, and I start walking, and then I notice there's this like little access road. I go down the access road, and at the bottom there's one of the, I guess they're ground security guys that just monitor the parking lot.
Yeah.
You know, driving the yellow light trucks. He said, what are you doing here? I said, I'm just trying to get to my hotel. He said, what's the hotel? And I told him, oh, I know where that is. Get in, I'll drive you there. So he actually drove me there. So I get out of the truck, thank him, stumble in, and who's showing up in a bus? The rest of my guys got back on the bus, because the bus still was gonna, I don't know what time I thought it was, but the bus was still there to take them. So I'm walking in, they're like, where have you been? And I tell them the story. Not really then, because I still think I didn't even know how. Luckily, I found that guy to bring me back to the
Right?
hotel.
That could have been so bad.
Who knows where it would have been. Fallen in a ditch, whatever. But yeah, I just, in my head when I think about the whole story, that they were walking out of the bus as I was walking in after being rescued from the highway. Anyway.
Oh,
that's my beyond compromise, because, man, I drank a lot sometimes, but I'd never been there before.
Are you seeing, after everybody hears this next story, are you seeing a theme with him? When he gets drunk, they lose people. So was Metallica really my fault?
Oh, wow.
Right?
That's not
and passenger.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Right?
That's
You
not
just said you guys lost your friend, and then they lost you.
Well, he ran away.
Your common denominator. You guys lost me. I didn't lose myself.
Okay, that's okay.
So we talked about Metallica a couple episodes ago, but we kind of hinted around.
You didn't want this to
I don't
come out.
want this story to come out.
But you know what? You're safe and sound. Everything's good. And if you just think about what transpired with what was
So I'm
It's pretty funny.
I'm gonna start this off by saying I was obviously overserved.
well, not by me.
You served yourself.
Yeah,
90%
that's what I was
of that.
saying.
I don't think. Did you have any drinks in there?
Overserved.
No,
I didn't say who
I
overserved
don't
me.
think, no, I don't think he did.
No. So
And
he
what?
overserved himself.
You didn't have any drinks. We didn't.
Oh, inside?
Inside. I don't think we did.
Whose cooler was it in? That makes you responsible because it's all in your cooler.
But didn't you put it in?
And took it out, obviously.
So, yeah, I was beyond compromised. Let me tell you how I remember how this started. Obviously, we're all tailgating. This was
Yes.
disturbed. It started raining, and Ice Nine Kills got canceled. And we're like, all right.
It's not disturbed.
Well, did I say disturbed?
No, you're
Metallica.
So now you're going back.
See?
You're going back to our
Maybe I shouldn't
story.
be drinking so much.
You're doing our origin
I did.
story.
I got to.
I was wondering where you're going with that.
So
I thought you-
Metallica.
Yes.
Metallica. We were tailgating at Gillette Stadium.
Yes.
Metallica for the arena tour.
Yes.
Started thundering and lightning. We were all drinking heavily. We had a lot of beer. I remember there was whiskey involved.
You have
It was.
Pretty sure that was my downfall.
Yep.
Was that whiskey?
Oh, of course it was.
And it was honey whiskey, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah,
it
I
was.
I
believe
can see why.
So I remember thinking, all right, we got to get out. We got to pack up. We got to at least go see Five Finger Death Punch before they get on.
Yeah.
And I still have no memory of them, but I know they got cut short. Anyway,
They did.
so the cattle call starts. We're all going down the walkway, heading over to the stadium, and we stop. I think we were waiting for traffic. I'm like, hey guys, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Right?
No, don't finish.
Oh, yeah.
We weren't waiting for
You're good.
traffic.
You're good.
What happened is, we started walking towards the stadium to get into the concert. It started thundering and lightning. It's already been downpouring for
Yeah,
a
I
while.
remember all that.
They stopped.
Oh,
Crossing the highway to
that's right.
get into the stadium. So we're all in the tunnel,
Yeah.
just sitting there waiting.
And I go to the bathroom.
Literally, walking from where we were parked to where the tunnel was, you have to walk by 2 sections of porta johns. Literally.
So you see my confusion.
Finish. You walk by this whole station of porta johns before you take the little turn and go down the hill into the tunnel. So we're in the tunnel for at least probably almost a half an hour.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
And Rick's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We're like, okay. We know it's
Which-
right around the corner right there.
Yep.
10 minutes go by, 15 minutes go by. Anybody seen Rick? No, he had to go to the bathroom. All right, we'll give him 10 more minutes. Still not coming home.
You know what? Here's what happened.
Okay.
view.
Listen, somebody obviously put a Doctor Who TARDIS there in place of the outhouse.
What?
You know what that is?
No.
The Doctor Who phone booth that teleports to different realities and
Yes.
different
I guess-
universes.
I guess
so I
I-
obviously stepped into that.
Okay.
And when I came out, I was not in the same spot that I went in. Obviously, somebody moved the porta john while I was in there.
Oh, I see.
So to start elaborating on this, it's been like a half an hour. Nobody knows where Rick is. We call his phone, it goes right to voicemail.
I don't
Like, you know
understand
what?
that.
It's still pouring rain, thunder, and lightning. They're not letting anybody cross the highway to get to the other side where the stadium is. I go up to the porta johns. Can't find Rick anywhere. John, you weren't with us in the tunnel. Were you in the tunnel?
I was in the tunnel.
Oh yeah. I'm like, call Rick. Call Rick. It goes right to voicemail. All of a sudden, 45 minutes later, my phone rings. Hey, Jay. They're like, where are you? He goes, I have no idea. What do you mean? Like, I thought you were going to the bathroom. I was. He goes, but now I'm like, I'm in a CarMax parking lot.
Yeah, I don't know how I got there.
We don't know how you cross the
I
highway
can't.
either.
That was across the highway?
Yes. Oh, you don't remember that?
I remember.
We don't even know how you got across the highway from where we
We
were.
don't let anybody over.
I remember walking. I remember lots of people walking past me. I thought I was in the tunnel, and then I remember being in a parking lot, and I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I am. And then you were texting me or calling me saying, "Send me a picture where you
Yes. I was gonna get there.
are." And apparently, I sent you like
The
10
most-
pics off my camera roll.
You did.
And
just so something
With the rain-
was
the rain-
short of a parking area. We're not supposed to know where that is. No signs, no nothing.
The rain sent those pictures from up there.
That's right.
Yeah, it was raining. So obviously my touchscreen got wet, and it was just raining sending pictures.
And
It wasn't me.
I saved the nudes in a special folder.
The ones of me, right? Yeah.
I don't know.
So I'm like, how did you make it across the highway in a Carmax Plaza? I have no idea. I'm like, I thought you were going to the bathroom. I was. I'm like, Rick, right around the corner after the tunnel were the bathrooms, so I didn't see them. So he just kept walking.
Listen, they obviously moved the shit.
Hey, you teleported, like you said.
I teleported, yeah.
But then you remember, so we finally, I said, send me a picture of the lot number. Where the heck are you? It's not a number.
It was
So
like-
he takes a picture finally of it, and we're trying to figure it out based, where it says in the app. And we get kind of close, and we're like, Rick, and then finally he sees us, right?
Yeah, because we told him, because he was like, oh, I'm going to come find you guys. Like, no,
Don't move.
don't go anywhere. Wherever you are, just stand there. Don't move. We'll find you.
I'm not good with those directions, by the way.
No, I'm going to come find you, God. No.
No. Am I wrong to think that I remember he was inside a fenced area?
You were able to
outside
find
a
him,
fenced area?
Yeah, it was like a G28 parking lot or something. I don't know.
We still don't understand how you got into the gated area.
That's like an unsolved mystery. He doesn't know. We don't know. How we needed
Well, obviously that's how you get backstage passes. No, we didn't get those, but
Yeah, we didn't.
Jay got
He
those.
was, like I said, I've been to many concerts with Rick, and that was probably the worst he's ever been.
I don't
Yeah.
think I have ever been that drunk since I was 19 years old, and that's why I don't drink tequila anymore. Just the sight of tequila, I'm like, oh, can't do it. But yeah, that was crazy. And then I remember us walking towards the stairs, and then I remember being on the seat and Five Finger Death Punch saying goodnight, and I'm like,
Yes.
Yeah, I missed them.
We missed
They
them
only
all.
played like 5 songs. 'cause
Right.
They cut
Cut it short.
The
Yeah.
first band didn't even play.
Right.
yeah, Ice
Five
Nine
Finger
Kills.
only did 5, and then Pantera. No, it was
No.
Pantera only.
There was
It was
no
one
Pantera.
night. It was one night, not our night.
That wasn't our night. It was,
That wasn't
Our night
it was
was
Metallica after
we-
Five Fingers.
Yeah, we went to that one just for Five Finger. That was like
Yeah.
one of the big, like which one? Pantera or Five Finger? Oh, I really want to see
Yeah,
Five Finger.
yeah.
We didn't get to
So-
see him.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see him. Partly my fault.
Oh no,
I
it
think
still would have
it's-
been. It still would which is only
By
5
the time
songs.
by the time we got out of the tunnel into the stadium, they were playing before we even got
They
to
they,
the stadium.
Yeah.
they held us back way
That-
too long.
That storm was crazy. Yeah, that was a rough. That was a rough
It's
concert,
funny
man.
just
It's hilarious.
reliving it. It really
Rick,
is.
how'd you get across the highway? I have no idea.
I
I'm
don't
gonna come
know.
find you
And
guys.
I still to this day I can just think about that text of the random parking area, and I'm like, what does he want me to derive from that?
I didn't even know what I was
It was like
doing.
3 cars.
Is there a
and
Carmax even near Gillette?
I probably still have those pictures on my
I
phone.
was actually going to think about looking at it while you were talking.
It's probably in our old text, actually.
I'm sure it. Well, yeah, I saved my text.
So do I. So do I.
I just kept saying to myself, like, poor John, he's got to deal with this guy.
And that was great. That was after not talking for 10 years, 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or minimal.
That was our first date
Want to
together.
go to a concert so you can babysit me?
He asked me to go.
I did. I said I wanted to babysit
But
someone.
do you see what I'm saying though? He lost somebody at his bachelor party.
No.
You guys lost me. No fault of my own.
Like you and the you two that got lost have similarities. You drank way too much and you ran away.
That's funny because I had a similar experience like that when I was in. We used to go to Pennsylvania for training with the Guard, and me and this other guy went, and we were the only 2 from our unit, but it was like over St. Patrick's Day weekend, and they're like, whatever you do, don't go to this town for St. Patrick's Day. It's off limits to military.
Okay.
So we're like, all right, so we got a whole bunch of guys. We had like 10 guys together. We're like, let's go to that place.
Yeah.
So we go there, and we're in this bar, and we've been bar hopping. I think we were at like the 6th or 7th bar, so I'm pretty toasted. Not as bad as the Metallica night, because I remember everything from this night. But I remember we were they had like a 3rd floor dance floor in this place. And I was up there, and I was just kind of listening to the music, and the guy that came with me from my unit, he calls me up. He's like, Rick, where are you? I said, hey, I'm up on the 3rd floor at the bar. He goes, don't move, I'm coming to get you. I said, okay. I hung up the phone, and I proceeded to go down the stairs. And I went out front, and everybody's there. I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? They're like, oh, where are you? I'm like, where were you? So I was upstairs. They're like, oh, well, so-and-so went to look for you. I'm like, he did. And then he comes back downstairs and goes, Rick, I thought I told you not to fucking move. I'm like, I did.
I was coming to find you guys.
I was coming to find you guys. So obviously I have a very...
Issues.
I have issues. Yeah, I have issues. They need to be fixed? Nah.
We'll find you eventually.
Well, just they have tools now. They have those leashes. You put on your wrist, the child leashes. You just put one on your wrist.
Yeah?
It only goes so far, Rick.
Yeah, you might need to. You might need to. I can't be trusted. You gotta have one.
A drunken story like that? Not really. Not really.
Here's the goody two shoes, huh?
No, but I don't have anything. Not that I can remember. Anyway, I
See,
could.
that's the difference.
That's the difference.
We're professionals.
We remember. I remembered enough of Metallica. Yeah?
To think that it was our fault.
There's no thinking involved. It was your fault. You guys lost me. You should not have let me go unattended to the rest of
The one we could see from where we were standing.
That's too funny.
Nice story.
Yep.
Dawn will be forever happy.
Yeah, she's gonna be so happy to hear about this story.
That's probably more likely. That's
Yeah. I was pretty compromised at my daughter's cookout a couple weeks ago too. Oh.
You were?
Yeah. I had over the course of the day, I want to say I had 3 gummies, 3 Jack and Cokes, and probably 3 beers.
Yeah.
So I was
That's a
feeling
good amount.
I was feeling pretty
He
good.
grilled like a master.
Oh, those steak tips
He-
were phenomenal.
He loaded up the grill with burgers, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, sausage. Hey, come get your food, come get your food. Everybody's eating. What does he come out with? A 10 of steak tips. I said, you're doing it right. You fatten everybody. Everybody up so they chunk. So there's more steak tips for us.
Oh my
I said,
god.
that's genius.
And I forget, somebody said, it might even been...
Steve's son. He's like, oh, you wait till everybody's
That's
eating before you
AJ.
bring up the steak
Yeah,
tips.
it's-
Yep.
Yep.
That's a smart griller right
Oh, yeah. I still only got one of those suckers. They went
Steak
fast. They went fast. So those are good.
And your steak tip of choice? Do you just get like? Do you like? Everyone talks Doms, right? I don't know if you ever had Doms.
I just go to Shaw's and get whatever isn't $100 a pound.
Nice.
You know,
And
which
you
is-
marinate yourself? Or you
I
just,
make my own marinade.
Nice.
Yeah, it comes out good. It's
Nice.
pretty good. My neighbor tried it. He's like, "Oh, you're making steak tips. We're gonna have to have a contest."
Huh?
I'm like, "All right, I'm done." He came over and his wife tried them first. I'm like, "What do you think?" She's like, "I'm gonna wait till he tries them and I'll let you know." And he tasted them. He was like, "Oh my god, these are good." And he's like, he looks at his wife. He's like, "What do you think?" She's like, "I think they're pretty good." He goes, "These are better than mine."
Ooh.
I'm like, "We don't need to have a competition then, do we?"
He's already thrown in the towel.
Very thrown in the towel. So yeah, that's there's been some good times. That's the whole point of the show, I guess.
It is.
You know, I'm sure we're boring the hell out of people. They're like
At this point,
these old farts. They're like just talking about shit.
now they're talking about marinades.
It's so
when you
good
get our
though.
age, you will too.
Well,
Another episode, yeah. I think
think
we've
we-
bored these people
I
enough.
think we have.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been talking for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, again, sometimes it's easy.
But you know what?
And this
It's
was an easy topic because we had it,
Yes.
we lived it, we could tell the
The
story.
conversation was just flowing.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you for
Another
joining
episode
us.
is episode.
Episode 3.
Three.
Done.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Jay with another
Good night.
empty drink.
It's swill.
All right. That's what it was last time.
Again, swill.
Good night, folks, and hope to see you soon.